Hello, hello. Alright, good evening everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy Dawntrail. Let me just go over a quick volume check to see whether everything's okay. So checking the streams and both seem to be fine. Okay, yeah, volume and everything is okay. So right, welcome back. As I was saying, to Final Fantasy Dawntrail. I've actually played it to like the midpoint of the game, and I wanted to give a quick recap before we head out into the world a bit. And thankfully, Final Fantasy has a feature which allows you to see quest progress. In this case, we actually see the whole concept for Dawntrail was that you're participating in a royal election and you're supporting one of the candidates. And this has actually already been completed by this midpoint. I'm not sure whether this is the right cutscene. Limsa Lominsa. Well, Limsa Lominsa. Oh, right. I'm actually looking at the wrong... I'm looking at the post-Endwalker stuff. Should be looking at the Dawntrail once. Yep. So let's begin off with this cutscene where our chosen candidate actually gets selected. Yep, the wrong cutscene again. And as you can see, I've actually changed back to... Wait, do we not get that cutscene? Yeah, as you can see, I also changed it to Japanese, which is traditionally how I play the game. Oh yeah, this is the cutscene. This is where we find out that we completed the rite and we've been chosen as the Dawn Servant, or rather our candidate has been chosen. But we have a few surprises in store as well. I can see that. I can see that the volume of the game is slightly low. I'll counter it after this cutscene.
始まるようだ。
レオだ。
リオ様は今日もお休みか。めでたい日なのに残念だな。
愛すべきトライオラの民たちよ、よくぞ集まってくれた。これより現国王であるわしの大位、そして次期国王の即位を宣示するべく継承式を執り行う。とまあ、堅苦しいのはここまでだ。早速だが、伝説の黄金鏡を見つけ出し、継承の儀を勝ち抜いた次代の王を紹介させてもらおう。
Oh, well, here's our candidate. It's a really different feel when you're playing in Japanese, because I got up to this point, I think, with English. Maybe I'll switch it back to English for the stream as well.
ウクラマトだ。
とてもめでたい。ウクラマト王に栄光あれ。トライオラに栄光あれ。
Because this type of dialogue is not being translated either, so I'll probably switch to English after this cutscene.
旅に出るまで私は知らなかった。それぞれの部族が 今日まで大切に受け継いできた文化を、歴史を、願いを。この町で暮らしてるだけでトライオラの全てを知った気になってたんだ。でもハヌハヌ族の集落ではイヒイハナ祭に込められているのが全ての命に繁栄を願う祈りだと知った。ペルペル族が大切にしているアルパカがどんな風に育まれているのかも知ったよ。
So I just realized that I'm
そした
actually
ら
streaming on the Zenless
苦
Zone
手だったは
category.
ずのアルパカを好きになっちまった。
So let me change that real quick.
モブリン族とツボダクミの関係を知ったら、彼らが力を合わせて生み出す創作物の全て
You
が
wouldn't want to give
今ま
anyone
で以
the
上に
wrong
輝いて
impression
見
here.
えるようになった。ヨカフイ族の歴史や思想には胸を打たれた。人が死ぬのは肉体的な終わりを迎えた時じゃない。誰かの心から忘れ去られた時だってな。400年以上も争い続けたシュバラール族とマムージャ族が和平を結んだことで生まれたシャブルクピビル。そのうまさは平和の意味を教えてくれた。それからマムークでは相当に願いを託す連中に出会い、
We just
悲しみ
changed
の歴
that
史を知った。
game selection back to Final Fantasy. If anyone from the Zenless Zone
Demo.
community is watching this,
彼
I
ら
am
が感じ
sorry
てきた
for
苦しみに
misleading
向
you
き
all.
合い、それを取り除く希望を見つけ出して
There
手
we
を
go.
取り合うことができた。あいつらはこれからトライオラと交流を始めるだろうぜ。
総決の教えの人たちが他の部族を受け入れた？ウクラマト王はどんな魔法を使ったの？
とまあ、トライオラの愛すべき文化や人々に出会えた一方で、この国にはまだたくさんの問題が残ってることも分かった。コザマルカでは飯が食えず盗賊行為に走る奴らがいた。ヨカフイ族の一部には未だに戦いを望む連中もいる。誰もがみんな平和で幸せに生きてるわけじゃねえ。それに私が旅してきた土地以外にもまだ出会ってねえ多くの部族が暮らしてる。知らない文化も歴史も願いも山ほどあるはずだ。だから私はトライオラの王としてみんなのことをもっと知り、もっと好きになって笑って暮らしていける国にしていきたい。だって私はこの旅で見てきたみんなの笑顔が何よりも好きだからだ。
I must admit, the first time that song kicked in, it actually gave me goosebumps. It's not the effect isn't there when you're watching it for a second
と
time.
ころでよ、王になれるのは一人だけなんて決まりはねえよな。
あいつ何を言い出すつもりだ。
And here we have all the more reason why people are comparing Koana with Naruto.
みんなも知っての通り、私の親父には頭が2つある。武王と利王、2つの心が力と知恵を合わせて国を起こしたんだ。そんな国をさらによく変えていこうとするなら、未熟な私の力だけじゃ無理ってもんだ。だからよ、あんたの知恵を貸してほしい。 私と共にこの国の王になってくれ。コーナ兄さん。
Yeah, this was one of the twists that I was thinking it would have been better if they did it this way, but I was never expecting them to actually do it in the story. During the cooking competition earlier in the story, that was how I felt like it would be ideal, but I never imagined they'd actually do it.
本気なのかい、ラマチ。
Having Koana as the head of reason,
私が武王で兄さんが利用。
and
二人合わせて
Mukonat
新たな
as
連
that
合
of
ってのは
resolve.
どうだ。
まあいいんじゃねえか。王が二人いたところで困ることはねえしな。すべては民がそれを受け入れるか否かだ。
僕はシャーレアンへの留学を経てトツ国の技術を伝え広めてきました。その結果、ヨカトラルでは気球が飛び、サカトラルでは鉄道が走り始めています。トライオラの技術力と生活水準を高めることで他国に対して国力を示し、侵略に対する抑止力とする。それが僕なりの国防戦略だったのです。ですが僕は皆さんが大切に受け継いできた文化にあまりにも無関心で無理解だった。文化とは人が脈々と受け継いできた生きた証。僕は継承の儀を通してその尊さを知りました。もしも僕のことを認めていただけるなら、皆さんに寄り添った方法でこの国を豊かにしていきたい。それが先代より利用を受け継ぐ者としての責務だと信じて。何よりも皆さんには幸せであってほしい。それが僕の素直な思いです。
Koana's character growth might actually be one of my favorite plot points during Dawntrail's initial segment. And I'll be honest, Koana's changing stance actually made me like reconsider my own stance on our own culture, because most of us people who grew up in my time, we very much looked down on the Maldivian culture and the language and everything, but hearing a character you can relate with express that the importance of such a thing has made me reconsider my own stance as well.
こいつが無駄にならずに済んでよかったぜ。
I definitely need to boost up the music just so you guys can enjoy the good stuff here.
私とコーナ兄さんが王となったことを描いたトライオラ女子誌の新章。さしずめ K の章ってところか。
まったく継承式を前に忙しそうに走り回ってると思ったらこれを作らせていたわけか。
言っとくがただの思いつきじゃねえぜ。継承の儀を経て私がたどり着いた答えさ。
ともかくこれで長らく不在にしてた利用が戻ってきたってことだな。
And this plot point that's coming after this was one of the things I was not expecting. That apparently Wuklamoth kind of figured it out, but I did not.
隠してても我が子には分かっちまうか。
The head of Resolve is actually dead and has been for a while.
こいつが死んじまってもう3年になる。
Hey, that is not a concept that would ever
利用様がお亡くなりになっていたなんて。
that I would have thought of, because
とて
my
もとても悲しい。
my thought space was that they both would die at the same time. That would not be
そ
possible
うじゃ
for
なきゃ
one
い
to
いとは
die
思ってたが
and for the other to not live separately.
黙ってて悪かったな。だがこいつは最後の最後まで利用としての責務を果たした。継承の儀がそれよ。王が代替わりするなんざトライオラにとって初めてのこと。利用は死ぬ間際まで計画を進めてたのさ。この国を思い、この国を生きる奴らのことを思ってな。たく、決めるだけ決めたら、あとはわしに押し付けていっちまいやがって。
They really redeemed the Mamucha in this expansion.
お前たち二人が連合を受け継いでくれて、こいつも満足してるだろうさ。
Because I feel like the main characters that are representing the Mamucha in the story have been amazing highlights.
多少予想外のことはあったが、これにて継承式はしまいだ。新たな連合とトライオラに輝かしい栄光があらんことは。
And yeah, there you have it. That's basically the recap. The Rite of Succession is over, and Wuklamat and Koana both have been chosen. And after this, Wuklamat offers us a position at her court, but we're like, we're given some time to think about it, but I don't think our character will take up the offer. In the meantime, we are traveling with Aronville to one of the regions that we have not traveled before. A very western region, so to speak. And that's where we're going to continue the story on. I've basically been taking a break to level up everything to 95. Just so that we can hit all the notes here, but I do believe the main story requires you to be 96. Anyway, to Shaolani, the western edge of this continent, and I feel like, I don't know if you're watching Moons, but if you are, this will be one of your favorite areas in the game, 100%. Oh, right, before I forget, let's boost up the volume a bit. And change this to English, because I feel like most of the people who watch this prefer it in English. Well, the person I prefer it in Japanese. Yeah, as you can see, very western themed. With the saloon and all right there. I've done the side quest here, and even gotten the currents, but now we can continue with the story. Aronville would not dither about for long. I should like to think the state movement has arrived with the run-up by now. I'll go on ahead to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you've had your fill. Okay. We met Estilian here earlier, who recommended the Sabertenders to us. Which, according to Aronville, is not a thing over here, but let's check out the town for a bit. Or rather, we kinda don't need to, because I already did all the side quests in town. So we can continue on with the story. Now that I think on it, this is the first time I've traveled with only a single companion. It makes for fewer complications. The friend I take? Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Should I be using a Western style talking for this? And really wide last night, the only source of reason to stress, I'm afraid, has been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our running. which is why I've had to ask that you stop at Chezenevez. What? Chezenevez. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna butcher this 100%. Chezenevez Springs. And that is fine, of course. But why haven't the Duskwatch dealt with this banditry? Kameka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them all up is easier said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. So one of the things we've seen here is that there was a conflict when we came into town earlier. And a very young person was basically arguing against the sheriff that his friends were imprisoned falsely. And I feel like, for some reason, I get the feeling that the young person was actually right, because the sheriff was acting very suspiciously. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. For some reason, I'm getting really tongue-tied today. Anyhow, Aaronville, this is your first time riding, yes? Even so, I can't imagine it will prove difficult for you. Ready? Saddle up. Your friend seems to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Mother Rooney can travel. Yep. Incidentally, I've actually gone to Chezenevez over here, I think. Yep. This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. I continue to be struck by how much Shaolani has changed. I mean, apparently when Aranbu was here, that town didn't even exist. It was just a bunch of tents and camps. The town we just visited wasn't even here several years ago. Yeah, you kind of mentioned this before, Aranwell. With few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turn to Nopali tenders, using cactuses as not just for the waters in the stem, mind, their fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. I always thought the cactus thing was kind of a myth, though. I'm not sure. See that hole there? Some might hope to find water there, but it is brimming with ceruleum. The eruptions of flame from within make for a spectacle, inspiring cautionary tales of people who won't choose to get too close, or something. The Wallaki, meanwhile, show great reverence to ceruleum and its blue flames. The Wallaki being where the blue mages originate from, but that is a discussion for another time. We are here. A good thing for these Ronik have interesting names. No sooner did we dismount than the next messengers are already on their way. They really are short on the Ronik. I mean, kinda doesn't matter as long as we got here. Now then. Alright, wait. Just give me a second. Like I'm getting interrupted. Be back. Sorry about that. I got unduly interrupted by the front door. First enemy of streamers everywhere. This is Oh, you know what? This is such a difficult thing to pronounce. This is Chezenevez Springs. Perhaps the busiest town here in Shaolani. People travel here from all over hoping to find their fortune. When the change come to Usatavi. Oh, what? I need these voiced, Aaronville. I have no idea how these are pronounced. But this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. if you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Yate is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She set out from her village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled about Tural. I can but assume she too came here, seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Blue hair. Okay. I do believe we'll also unlock a bunch of side quests over here now that we actually gotten here as through the main quest. But we're gonna ignore everything. Today is MSQ only, for the stream at least. I'll do everything when you guys are not watching. Otherwise I'll have to voice everything. Imagine the suffering. Doesn't need... Blue hair. You have blue hair, but you are not a sheep. Nishetsu. Oh, there you are. Blue-haired Shatona. Yes, I am Iyate. And who might you be? He is my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is. Aaron, yes, he's for some reason he's not letting us know his real name just yet. A man grown. You were such a dolly little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since last we spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Iyate. She's known my mentor since they were children. And nice to meet you. Hello. I guess I should be voicing myself too. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. Elenish Pia. Yeah, okay, that's his name. Elenish Pia. Elenish Pia. He's not happy about having his real name revealed. Elena what now? Okay, I feel like that's exactly what I'd say here. Elena what now? Okay. Alright. I was born Elena Spia. I adopted the new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Viera convention so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you could continue using my chosen name. Oh, sure. I mean, I have no cons against that. A homecoming, you know. I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It would be good to see Kao Chia again. Kao Chiwa. She's the finest archer I know, and Inspire's mother and mentor. Every time I drop by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast, prepared with fresh game she hunted herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Iyate, even among the Shatona. Oh, I couldn't compare to you, Chao. Kaoshia? No. Kaoshia? But her skills are arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Kulu Jaja's traveling companions after all. Yeah, Aaron was surprised to find his mother with Kulu Jaja when they found out about the legend. Though apparently our character is not aware of it. I mean, it's here that we can connect the dots that it was his mother. But we have seen Viera with Kulu Jaja and Aaronville acting weird about it. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Elenishvira was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard on you. Iyate, please. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best effort, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wider world. But it was real. We found it. We did indeed. You found it? As part of the rite of succession, I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. Well, we should be on our way. Now, the train should be here any minute, I guess. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give my best to jump here. Help! I need help! Who's that? I'm guessing this is the guy that got into a altercation in the other place. What's that about? Not heads. Go run. We'll investigate. Please wait here. So I remember I have to be on Paladin because Paladin is actually the one who's on level for the story stuff at 96. And now that these are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Wuklamad's nursemaid. Eren, Mika. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. Did he say this is Wuklamar's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss, we'll deal with this. Yeah, you... What? She's actually running away. Please, you have to give it back. No, she's running after it. Great. Whatever this is, this had better be important. I'm going after Namika. This lot I leave to you. Oh, with pleasure. Let's beat them senseless as the warrior of light is tend to do. Cocky bastard, I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. Yeah, before that, you might want to deal with me. We can deal with them later. First, we need to put this one in the dirt. Interesting and very evil-looking sword you have, a good fellow. Damn it all, he doesn't know when to quit. I mean, I just did. I didn't kill you. I think. Well, as I see them fade to nothingness. I mean, every area we go to, we sort of get embroiled in the conflict, so I guess this is where it all happens for us in this area. No need to worry, she's fine. Thank you. I don't know what I've ever done without you. Still gotta get the stuff back, though. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they're headed. Probably in cahoots with the sheriff we saw before. You said they stole something from you. A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the rite of succession ended... Oh, I mean, I'm speaking like Aaron will. And Wuklamat crowned the next Dawn 7, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much of my plans to return home to Yasulani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the Bow of Resolve, and now it's gone. I would have let them take every coin to my name if only they'd let me with that bracelet. Give me that bracelet. I mean, we're gonna get it back. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. Exactly. We're getting that bracelet back. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Mika will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuklamat put so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to Sheshenevezi Springs. She'll be safer in town. And with Yati there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. I still feel like the volume is a bit low in the music, and that will be kind of a shame, so let's boost up the BGM a bit. Maybe to 90, 85. Jump into a graveyard and then onto a giant insect to proceed. Sheshenevezi Springs. Sheshenevezi. Right. That is a bit of a mouthful, but we'll get through it. Sheshenevezi. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. A number of Yate's mining fellows are here as well. Namika is in good hands. Erenville told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. If the Dustwatch can't be bothered to do their jobs, they can piss off. Erenville's composed demeanor belies his eagerness to help Namika. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. We'll have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wuklamat. We must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dustwatch. Well now, that makes me think you're strong. Really strong, are you? No more than any other adventure. Aren't we humble now? But the matter of fact way you say it makes me think it's a tremendous understatement. If your curiosity has been stated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tonaten Yavi to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? Yeah, I think I actually wandered in here to get an ether current. That's the one. Now that cerulean extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dustwatch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if you went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you have no objections. And me too, and we're probably trying to ascertain whether the sheriff is in cahoots with the bandits. Right then, let's be off. I actually have one. You find those bandits and you beat them bloody, you hear? If you sense trouble, promise me you'll put yourself first. Okay, well, thankfully it's only 2 side quests, but we'll actually get to them later. Feels weirdly appropriate to be riding a car in this zone. Even if it is the regalia. Yeah, this is the place where we got one of the heat currents. You're not gonna follow me up here, are you? Oh, there? Well, it's actually over here. It seems the bandit has claimed this place for themselves. Yeah, kinda. I mean, you know what, Admiral? I actually came here to get an Aether Current, and I accidentally wandered into town and was attacked by these guys. Just look at them, hanging out there, menacingly. They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dustwatch not have noticed by now? A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you would go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. Tonatan Yavi. The enemy's over here. I can probably sneak in through the other side. It's either cause a commotion by going through them or go through this suspicious gap in the fence. Bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick up voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, bringing we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we got a boss who can keep the Dustwatch off our backs, huh? Hey, what would you say? The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe him? One of them sated souls were running our crew. That drunk who bought your story about the gold chitting alpaca, am I right? Okay, wait. The drunk who bought... Wonder if it's referencing someone we know. Either way, not our target, so... Don't mind me. It's sneaking on through. Same deal as before. Let me out of here, you bastard. Oh yeah, this is the guy who was kicking up a fuss in the first town we went to. And seems like the bandits, who are probably under the sheriff's watches, keeping him occupied here. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. That vulture most of all. You tell him he can eat shit. Heh. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Yeah. you're not gonna bust in there just yet without doing the other one, though. Well, okay. Who are you? Well, just a passing adventure. You don't have to worry about it. He's trying to use Circle of Sword. You dare use my spells against me? The bandits who took the bracelet may be in this building. Have a listen and see what you can find out. That's probably the case. Yep, same deal as before. I've been hearing someone is really in. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? But it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot! How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Okay, sorry for Diego. He's just killing it. Boss, please, I'm sorry. And bang. No. Okay, he holstered it back. Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here, your reward. And don't bring me this kind of grief again. No, I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. So, were you able to learn anything? Well, we know that Zakova Kid is being held here and where the bracelet is at. Their leader is a man of the Dust Watch. Oh yeah, that too. Completely relevant information I forgot. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave the bracelet to him. It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Zakova. Okay, it seems like I presented the information in the wrong priority. That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, is it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the vulture. Their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Usatawi, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult though. He's that quick to point the gun at his own underlings. I'll storm their hideout. I can take him. We need to get him alone. You're right. If you have to confront him with his henchmen around, a violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luatenin Yavawas. What? Luatenin Yavavsa. Luatenin Yavavsa. Okay. Luatenin Yavavsa. Try saying that 10 times. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. You're telling Yavavsa. Sorry, I have not gone to this area. I didn't even realize there was a town over there. But I guess it kind of makes sense since there's a repair node around there. More of Shanshea. So wait, this is not the usual field music, is it? This is a bit different from what we usually hear here. Oh wait, it is the usual field music. Maybe it's the night music. Luatenin Yavavsa. Wall keep. Not a bug inside, thank goodness. Shouldn't be long now before my boaters are done. Just in time for my boat to come home from working at the springs. Very interesting looking town. Not sure what that is there stuck on the wall either. Okay, wait, I'm supposed to be finding Aaron, but not just running around. If we are to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yehekeya, dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female elite. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create an attractant that resembles the scent when burnt. I feel like this is a terrible idea. I don't know. We can then lure the Yehecheya into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. Yeah, I knew that was coming. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. Yeah. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. Yeah, sure, Aaron, sure. I feel like we've done this. This might actually be the second time we've done this in this expansion, because there's a side quest in Urkopacha where one of the merchants is like, I found a set of coffee beans away from any plant or any other living thing, and then I'm immediately like, this is a reference to poop coffee, and that was exactly what happened. Turns out the bears there, or whatever creature that was there, was actually fermenting them in their guts and it was getting out as poop coffee. So pterodactyls. Pia. I'm butchering all the pronunciation here. Reservoir nest. You survey the area but see no sign of Yehecheya trophies. Oh, these guys are okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting that in Final Fantasy XIV, most dinosaur types are considered dragons. I'm pretty sure we can avoid interacting with that and just go for the foul-smelling nest. Might need to get rid of you though. Can I just take this? Just gonna collect your poop, so I hope you don't mind. And gingerly scoop them into your pouch. Yep. I too would definitely gingerly... Oh, this is, okay, appropriate since we're in a dinosaur area. Completely unintentional, but it happened. Right, a T-Rex out of here. Yeah, those were Triceratops around here. And this is called Luniyashe. Sure, there's a reason for where they're named that way, but I'm afraid I have little knowledge on what it all means. Is that cactus following me? No, it's coming back. Okay. Finish over the artery. Leavings full sack. A small hemp sack full to bursting with leavings. Though you pray to the 12, it doesn't actually burst. Always gotta read the item descriptions. Excellent, this will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleglow fibers, dried Napolitan root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's get back to the Tenyawi. I'm not sure why we needed to go to that town to do this process, but... Also, I just realized it's actually a 95 quest, it's not 96. Which means I can funnel my EXP into my red mage. More of Sancheya. I guess the second time I've actually read the area name around. And you are outside the town again. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Creamy hot chocolate, wild banana blend. I'll just take the nitro. Please, thank you very much. Blowing smoke. Aaron Bill's gaze is fixed on the bandits' hideout. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now is our chance. I'll keep watch from here. The attracted I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. Then yeah, will come soon after. Got spotted. Fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get spotted here just because I'm running straight into the middle of their camp. Foul smelling attracted. And I'm just standing there for some reason. Okay, yeah. Maybe look after you throw it from a safe distance. What's that smell? Ugh, that reeks. What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Okay, let's start out the game right now. Did something die? Oh yeah, this is the sheriff. Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me. And he has the bracelet. Over there. Oh. A gentleman cat woman, huh? What in the world? What in the world? Somehow, and this plan's working out, but the music is really setting the tone for how I feel about this. Run for your lives! So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear when I find out who did this. Guys are gonna shoot that thing down, isn't it? I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Oh yeah, we gotta rescue you too. Sit tight, I will be back for you. What? You gotta get me out here now, they're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shoot, they're here. Not too late, actually, they already heard us. And they see Aaron specifically. Shit. Who was that? And he's making a run for it. I know how you feel, but we gotta get him out first. Hey, are you gonna help me out or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. Yeah, we were gonna get involved with this character whether we wanted it to or not. Thanks, I owe you one. For a moment there, I thought you might actually leave me behind. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you. Eventually. You were? Really? And I didn't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? No, we're not. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. But he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bail me back out of there. I have an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's heading there now too. We can go together. I got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Alright, so those bandits at Tanatanyawe, they called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. So these guys were the actual group that started to protect the people here, the security, but they sort of turned to bandits afterwards. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. Then, about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Kikana and Levine, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel, and he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. And if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that is why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until a guy with a spear stopped me. Soon as I stepped out of town and the Vulture's minion caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner and then, well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help, but are they all working for the Vulture then? Don't think so. We had at least one Mikote who seemed friendly enough. The captain, I think. No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kameka, is as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? We don't know, actually. He seems to take care of you, though. Well, if he knows where this watcher keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? For what it would, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan. All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at FFXIV Springs. I'm never gonna get these pronunciations right. Not till the end of the expedition. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Yeah, let's get back to town and see what he has in store for us. It's like a bit of a side story because I already have a general idea of what's gonna happen next in this area. Especially since we saw a very suspicious cutscene before we came to Yaxaral, where a friend of ours was attacked by a mysterious assassin. I'm grateful he could take us to the deputy chief, but it will be all for naught if we are seen. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Couldn't be too long now before Rehoofte shows up. Oof. Well, looks expectantly for weekday. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tuliola, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. My daddy trusts a lackey with that business. Given the provenance of the piece, no, I'll wager he's not letting the bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Usa Davi, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The Watcher's a silvery bastard. If we're gonna catch him, we're gonna need to... I get the feeling that since I played the game in Japanese, I have no idea how Zekova is voiced. In the Japanese cutscene, he's like very gung-ho, shonen manga fighter type. But in English, even though I'm kind of making him country, it's likely he's just normal speaking. First, we need to lure him away from here. Over to Husawati would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. It'll buy time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods. I guess I'll be the one doing the searching. And using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Wuhan is creating the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. I'm very confident about this. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is to get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that will be the end of the Watcher. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? We can trust in our old flaws. Say let's go ahead with too. We can trust in the old laws. Not even he can ignore our traditions. Once he loses, I'll have him confess to his crimes. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I'd count on you. I feel like Zelkova is like he's very reminiscent of Zel for me for some reason. And it may just be the name too. I've seen Tona Ten Yavis. I was seen in Tona Ten Yavis, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to do that. Then you are with me. Tell the butcher I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. I want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Usatawi. Yeah, there has to be a meaning to how this is named, because Tawi is common in both names. Once you get the launcher there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. The guy's just standing there in front of the storeroom. You take. I really like the cow music actually. This whole area reminds me of the Wild Arms games, a JRPG based off of a very Wild West theme. Yeah, well, likely that Chatona's doing. What's his angle? And then there's the brat. He's past time I dealt with him. Vihawati is oblivious to your presence. Perhaps a gentle poke will get his attention. Fine. I'll poke him. What's this? I never feel me face in these parts. Have a good need of the dust watch, sir. But Zekova tried to rob you, but you apprehended him. I see. So desperate was he to see his friends freed from prison, he turned to a life of crime. Powerful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. I might have troubled you to take me to him. Vivati is now accompanying you. Keep him to your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave. Yeah. Same man. This is pretty usual. I'm surprised he wasn't too suspicious of us like Arundel thought he would be. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play a tour guide, but if you insist, Shishinawazi Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Alright, try. I do believe that you can actually mount, and the NPC, though they disappear, will follow you. But in cases like these, I usually just walk. Maybe crisis card in the music to some extent. Is this the place? I don't see it. Just a little further. I see. Very well, lead on. There's even more bubbles where I can ask him about stuff. I get the feeling that if we talk to him too much, he's gonna get suspicious, but I also want to kind of see what happens. Oh, it's a cerulean well. There's gold in these fields, blue gold. Best be wary of the beasts in these parts. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum, but for you I reckon they'd make an exception. Yeah, this is... I thought of this too, but I feel like it reminds me of Crisis Core a lot, this music. this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning my way around. Is some sort of joke of all the... Let's keep moving. I just realized we actually didn't quite agree on where we would meet. This has to be the place, right? But they won't have us do this for a fourth time. This better be the place. I left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Kinda hilarious, all things considered. He's actually still following us. And I'm betting he'll actually play the guide for us even here. Field of Nepali tenders. Unless you'd rather I feed you one raw, needles and all, cut the chit chat. Okay, he's lost his patience. But I do believe we've reached our destination. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zakova? Tell me where he is or I'll bury you in the same grave. Confound. Okay. Confound it. He must have escaped out. I'm just saying that while smiling. Not even trying to convince him. That's it. I've had enough with these games, and I had it with you. Hey, Viwani, you looking for me? Oh yeah, he's angry, so he's actually running back into town. Unaware that Zakova's actually planned all this. If you want to place me on arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. Interesting use of music here.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Oh, that's how he sounds like in English. Well, there's the captain here.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw.
They don't sound Western at all. It's just normal speaking.
You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Someone who looks so young, he has a really deep voice.
Hey! That's my jewelry!
And my bag!
So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
No, he's actually speaking like I expected.
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
No backing out of this now. You had to arrest yourself.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
Wuhute.
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Like their plan worked.
Wuhute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it. Let your pistols do the talking! Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this. Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Because you gotta have the wind in a Western dual flick. And instead of a tumbleweed, we get the tumble crab.
Oh, you little shit!
Oh, Zakawa's actually got skills.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But
game
we
is being
Hute drew
defensive.
first.
What are you talking about?
Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go.
Nothing interesting
As are your friends.
interpretation, Captain.
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you.
Well, all wills that ends well.
But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tona Tenui.
Tona Tenui, okay.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamot's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
Speaking of which, I'm guessing now that you're back, you actually finished with whatever social interaction you went to, a barbecue, right? That was a pretty nice shot, right? That ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all is well that ends well. Yeah, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how to ever repay you. Mirror, Mac Malagood. I'm not sure if she's talking to me or not. But oh, okay, this character might actually be talking to me. I wasn't expecting to actually get an interaction on stream, but it's kind of funny what we did. You guys can't see it because the chat is hidden, but this character, the player, just came up to me and said, howdy. And I'm like, okay. Now let me just respond. I said, okay. She just ran away, shouting, "Yeehaw!" Right, fine. Yeah, take care. I don't really know who you are, but Anvil is relieved to see everything is set to rights. Interesting distraction. It was fun, Mara, but I hope you're enjoying the game too. You regret going to the barbecue. Now that is something I don't usually hear from people. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shenzhen Nawazi Springs. Will you be staying here long? I'd like to give you proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. I see you over there, King. I see that you've teleported into this area. I'll just wave before I set off. It was an interesting interaction, Mara. Thank you. I'm not used to see. What? This is the best place you could be to be doing the cowboy thing. Of that, I agree on. Oh, we have actually the current quests. We'll do that off stream. Weirdly appropriate mount I got in this scene. I have a tendency to always be swiveling my camera around King, so it's very unlikely I will not notice you when I have everyone else's name switched off. But my friends I can see perfectly fine. The Watenya Wawasa. I think with that, we've actually completed the arc that's supposed to happen over here. And if I remember the trailer correctly, this is when the thing with the lightning goes kind of out of control. Because both Aranville and the Warrior of Light... What in the hell? Okay. Both Aranville and the Warrior of Light were in this field when the lightning thing happened. Tazenia. Oh wait, this is... Wait, I'm supposed to be looking for Aranville and Namiko and Deontay. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear those pandas got what they deserved. They were understandably worried, but I've told them of what happened in Usatafi. Our minor adventure made for quite the tale. My bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It is a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us as more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. And that's our Aranville. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the band's leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. I mean, I felt like that was the case when we just stepped into town. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kipkana and Liwine. If it wasn't for you believing in Zakowa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wihute put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zakowa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with the plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match a beat with my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here while yet though, do let me know if there's a way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. I guess we'll do that. Let's do that. The station is just over there. I was thinking that we're kind of done with the area, but whoa, okay. That is an interesting mount. Mara back again with another howdy, but I think she's directing it up to that tortoise up there. Railroad engineer. I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do with the tracks as they are. Oh, that's you. I can see your name. Yeah, Mara is talking to you, King. You might want to respond. Fist bump. Now, go talk to your new friend. It is a very cool mount. Not what I was expecting. I'll definitely tell you that. I don't know. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays. Mara is just behind you, I think.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Oh, you actually look kind of familiar. Like the character on the first who was obsessed with trail tracks.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Exactly.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Oh, interesting.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
I think I recognize this voice.
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
I mean,
though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you! Thank you so much! I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
He basically forced it so that my character could not refuse.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
It's fine. I mean, we're used to this as the warrior of light. It does feel like people we've seen in Shadowbringers.
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Okay, yeah.
Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Yeah, I get the feeling these guys are like the sources were. Yeah, and my character even recognized him.
I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Like the sources version of these characters from the first. which is a nice touch. Yeah, exactly. This is it.
Something the matter?
I know. It's just that. Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
Not in this world, anyway.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber.
Oh, in this
We'll be
world,
using
his
it to
wife
fashion
has
new
not
railroad
died.
ties, so it needs to be the
It's
strongest
actually a
stuff
bit
we
of a
can get.
happy version of
In
this
these
character.
parts, that means the trees in the Piatayonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
Right, fine.
Come
Get
on,
trees.
no time to waste.
Get trees, repaired rail tracks. Got it. It is a very nice touch that they put in these characters together again. Right, we got to work to be getting on with ourselves. Nitoi Quay. Hands up. We'll be ready to handle that timber when you and your chief get back. With your help, we'll get the railroad operating again, and then you'll have the chance to see our engine in motion. It's poetry, I'm telling you. You kind of already showed that to me, so it's less impressive, King. This fellow showing off mounts on stream. Actually, look, you look kind of like a kid that's riding a toy horse. It's hilarious. Though no small number live in Shaolani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of Hetsaro, as they largely live in accordance with older traditions. I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Aaronville is eager to be off to Fiorentina. Come, let's follow Wablika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you still can see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the head myself, though if you peek through the windows you can probably catch a glimpse of enough jabbering, Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's go. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station, it's on the way after all. Okay, I admit this mount is cool. This mount, the one you get from the digital collector's edition for Dawntrail, is very impressive. The problem is, however, that it's based off of Goose Chaser, and that kind of cheapens it. But I think a lot of Final Fantasy IX fans will get this one just because it's Arc, right? And the transformation's cool too. Guessing they hide you inside, though. Oh yeah, he does have a propeller. And alright, yeah, I'll see you later. Where? Okay, over there. Oh, it's the old comic side. In case you're wondering, King, I got on this mount randomly, so it was not because you showed me the armored turtle before. It's completely random, I assure you. The Shaolani station. I'm gonna guess that there's a sightseeing log around here somewhere. Probably have to find it. Aaronville. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods through the wilds now. Right. Mehwatosen should be North Mehwatosen. Mehwatosen. Hetsuan should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Well, we'll get to ride it soon enough, I guess. Something weird doesn't happen. Also, this is where you guys... Wait, no. I thought I saw a tiger. A yellow one. It's just the bulls. Believe you 100%. I mean, that button over there is random. I have no control over what much I get on. It's a speedy. I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Oh, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I never had direct dealings with the people of Mahwot, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Yeah, but like Arenville said, I'm kinda expecting resistance to railroad tracks and industrialization. Actually, they have an 8th right here, so maybe not. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Sheshenevezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I'm Hoto, Chief of Mehwatisian. And I need to get this into my head. Mehwatisian. As is my son Shepeto. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome, and I apologize for our sudden intrusion. I'm Wavlika, Station Master of the Yaktural Railing. The recent earthquakes has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is Mika and Arenville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You have a most curious air about you, oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of roses of a most unusual variety. I gather you're not from these lands. Oh, interesting. Is it because I'm a red mage that he's saying that right now? Of roses. I hail from Eorzea. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the land you've seen. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetso, in particular, have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads, the Hetso teaches all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. The word Hetso, it means leader of souls in the Hetsaral tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaru. Here we look to the Ronique for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aetheryte, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause, like the railroad. Or maybe ceruleum. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear the tales. Now, if you'll follow me, I think that this is the first time we've actually seen a younger male child for Mikote. If they follow the Rorik with the seasons, it makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. Yeah, I mean... This tent is made with the hide and bones of Ronik. I wonder what else they're used for here. Say, do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use? I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronik have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. A stableman near Hosatbi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have a suspicion, since others were drawn to this land by Ceruleum. Shaolani has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronik are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the head Zero, but all of Shaolani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Wokoana. Wokoana, you say? We only know him through rumors, but he is apparently... How shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof, he values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. I see his reputation has not preceded him here. Well, mind your tongue, Shepeto. I mean, he's right, though. Well, there is a grain of truth to the rumors. He is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. Indeed. He's a passionate man who cares for his people, like his sister. Is that so? That is certainly a side of him we weren't aware of. Mika fought beside Wokoana in the Rite of Succession. I'd take his word over rumors. You took part in the Rite of Succession? You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I had recruited a bona fide hero. It just happened that way. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No. We must open our hearts and minds that we may see Wokoana for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. Gul Jaja's been here as well, I see. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for the timber, we have freshly cut logs in the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronik foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Wokoana's counsel. My thanks again for your time in the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. We must talk again soon. Next time. Perhaps on a hunt together. That sounds wonderful. You'll come back, won't you? There's so much I'd like to know about the lands beyond Tural. Okay, this quest actually requires you to be at level 96. Unfortunate. So we'll switch back to Paladin for now. We have to carry all of this back to the station? We've more than enough timber to fix the ties. No, we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and a runique? It won't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several strips for the timber. Casual regards the pile of timber with undisguised wariness. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. Fine, let's do it. And better than keeping it in the middle of nowhere over here. Deliver, you will have two? Okay, yeah. Fine. So how many ether currents is that? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a lot of the quests are kind of getting sandbag, and I'd actually like to clear them as I do them normally, but I haven't been doing it because we've been streaming this whole time. So maybe after this story beat, I'll call it a day. And we had a pretty big conclusion to the main story, but all things considered, this is more or less downtime after the high note we stopped at the 95 succession story, I guess. I think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. So pick up the whole crowd. We'll see to the rest. Once we repair the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Isn't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. What? You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before we do. I hope you'll stop by and see the train out. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nito Wikwe will be driving. No engineer compared to her. It's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenser. We've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there is anything else, inshallah, and you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Okay, yeah, I feel like this is a good point to actually start doing the remaining side quests in this area. So, let me hop back near an Aetherite crystal. And I'll probably get dinner before I start on this. Start doing all this stuff. Probably level up the rest of my classes using this. Okay, now that we're at the rest of the bonus, I am going to log off. If anyone's watching, take care, good night, and stay safe. Bye!